Regional Jackpot, not to exceed $1,995.
I'm Craig Hamill, and we're wanting to put on a jackpot out here at the fairgrounds for the hog shows, and we're wanting this year. We're making it just for what we call our regional district, the Alva Regional District, which will be Woods County, Alfalfa County, and Major County. We plan to expand that into a bigger area in the future because of time restraints this year. When we decided to do this, we didn't want to have a big show and not be able to handle everything we were doing into it. What we're asking for is the help from you guys to make it possible to make our awards and payouts as good as possible, so that in the future, as we go on, we can draw people from all over the state and possibly the country. Where we see it going is with building a new arena here. We can see this ended up bringing in 500 to 600 people in the future for a full weekend. This year we're hoping for 300 to 500 easy, coming in on Friday night, leaving on Saturday. Not all of them will be here Friday night, but some of them will haul in Friday night, stay. It's going to benefit us because while they're in town, they're going to shop. A few of them are going to stay. I know that I've talked to 3 or 4 different families from Fairview that are for sure planning on staying here Friday night, and talked to a family from Enid that's just inside of shows at Cimarron, or goes to school at Cimarron, that's planning on staying. So I do know that I've got 4 of them said they will be here staying in the motels. Like I said, this year we're asking for this to get us started. We plan on, once we get it started, being self-sustained, being able to continue on and grow with the show itself, being able to sustain itself. Just starting out's kind of difficult.
So do you show just on Saturday or on Friday and Saturday?
This year just on Saturday. We're going to open the barns up. They'll haul in Friday night. They'll haul their animals in Friday night because unfortunately the fairgrounds is not the most adept right now. The weather's supposed to be nice enough, it will stay warm enough in there. They're going to want to get in there and get them unloaded Friday night, keep the doors shut all night Friday, and not have to open them again Saturday. So most everybody that we've talked to is coming in Friday night. The concession stand will be the Freedom Sirloin Club is putting on the concession stand, and their menu is going to be small. I'm guessing most of the people are going to eat out. They're not opening Friday night at all. They'll be there setting up, so everybody that comes in Friday night is going to eat out.
So in the future, will it be a one-day show, or will it go to a multi-day show? Or
in the future, they wanted to do it this year, and I wasn't, which I told the other people, they wanted to put a sheep show on Sunday. And I said, I'll do anything I can to help, but I don't know. I've never put on a sheep show, so I didn't want to say, yeah, I'll do it, and then have it be a flop and not ever get to have another one. So in the future, they are planning on having a hog show on Saturday and a sheep show on Sunday. And once we get the arena built, I'm hoping to have a 3-day hog show here. I've seen them do it several places, and it'll bring in thousands of pigs and thousands of people. It's just having the facility big enough to do it and accommodate it. But I want to start out here so that we're started before we get the arena built. So when it's built, we're ready to go bigger and better.
So where's the closest other jackpot situation like this? I mean, there's one in Enid, there's one in Woodward.
So the one of this kind, there is not another one that only allows these 3 counties only. The same day we're having this, Woodward is having one there that just allows the Woodward District or Woodward Regional PI, which the 3 counties we invited are not allowed to show at that. There is a show this weekend in Woodward, and they sold pins for the show They sold 400 pins at $15 a pin and sold out in 30 minutes. So people will go to the shows. We're not going to sell pins. We want to keep it as feasible for the student as possible. We're going to allow them to pin for free. We're going to charge them an entry fee, which will be paid back in class. And we're not charging a membership, or we want it to be as feasible for the student as possible. But, I mean, it's the deal at Woodward proved to me today that they sold 400 pins in 30 minutes at $15 a piece. People are crazy about it. They're going to go no matter what. And if we can go, once we get, I mean, in this year we can't do a 400. I mean, we can't handle 400 at our fairgrounds. It's just not big enough right now. But in the future, we can easily do that with that new arena. And if we're not charging the extra charges that everybody does, then that's, who knows how many we can get to come to it.
It's kind of like, like our car show, I think it's something that, you start off and you do it and it will continue to build every year. And
Yeah.
if it's done right, I think.
This is the kind of thing this committee was set up to do.
Yeah.
I mean, this is exactly, we're set up to do startups and get things rolling.
When did you start advertising?
We decided December 20th that we were going to do it. And that's why we made it just the 3 counties this year, because we didn't want to make it statewide and then have 300 or 400 heads show up and we not be prepared. And so we started advertising then, and I've got every ag teacher in those 3 counties have told me they will be there, and almost every kid will be showing there. And so we're looking at around 200 to 250 hogs possibly. And like I said, I know that there was 3 or 4 people for sure from Fairview that were going to stay, and then the one family I talked to that went to school at Cimarron was planning on staying. And those are just people I know that I've talked to.
So this should, when you get done, you should have a balance to work on to start for next
Right.
year and stuff with your things. So where will that, I mean, who actually will be the people, the person in charge of this sort of thing?
Right now it'll be myself and Troy Gosney.
I mean, will it be under the guise of the fairground, will it be under, or?
As far as the account, the money account, it'll just be myself and Troy Gosney right now. The ag teacher, and we're going to keep it that way because we want to expand beyond just this 3-county region. The ag teachers are willing to take it over in the county, in the 3-county region. They're willing to put it in their PI account and do it that way. But if we do that, then we have no chance for growth, because then it's stuck with that 3-county region. So if we keep it just as the Alva Regional Jackpot, and then as we get older and someone else wants to come in and help and start doing part of it, then we'd be glad to pass it on. I'm hoping it's a deal that goes on forever. I watch the youth show at these all the time, all over, and you couldn't ask for better kids to be in your community.
Your application doesn't reflect any expenses on your part. Maybe I've already missed that.
No.
You've spent money to promote this already out of your own budget?
We have printed out, I mean, nothing big. We've printed out flyers and posted, and we've put it on social media. We've sent out
ag instructors
we've sent out an email to each one of the VOAG instructors in
in these 3 counties.
in this 3 counties, because Mr. Gosney is an extension agent, so he has access to all of their emails, and he just sent each one of them an email, because that's the easiest way to get to every student in the region to show at it.
It can't be, Gosney is our extension,
He's the major county,
major county.
yes.
Is this one here involved at all, or?
He'll do whatever. I mean, he's he's not involved in the show deal. I mean, he's told me whatever we need, he'll be glad to help.
Just thinking about the umbrella that it needs to be under, I mean, could it be under Woods County? You know, 4-H or whatever, jackpot or something that, rather than a personal, isn't that what you're kind of thinking? Or-
Well, I was just curious, and I
Yeah.
mean, I think at some point they're gonna have to do that.
Right.
If it gets to be a big deal, they're gonna have to have a, umbrella thing, you know, at some point to shield them from taxes and things like that.
Right. And we're hoping to do that in the future, but like I said,
Yeah, I mean,
Where
it's
am I-
something to be thinking about as you.
right,
Because you're gonna need that at some point.
right.
Definitely.
We normally don't sponsor 100% any project. The way you've got your application filled out, you know, which is, I guess, fairly accurate with what the expenses you've had. But I agree with Orville. That's what we're here for, to help people get started on something that's going to attract.
Right.
And in that light, I move that we approve that. So,
We have a motion to approve.
Second?
And a second.
Juanita,
Aye.
Bryce,
Yes.
Terry,
Aye.
Charles,
yes.
Norval.
Aye. Good luck, sir. Go get them.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Next thing, any remarks or inquiries on the tourism? Anybody have? Charles, anything you want to tell us about the arena?
I'm going to a meeting next week we're looking at the building supervisor that takes care of, we've got to hire someone to oversee the subcontractors.
Correct.
That's where we're at.
Excellent.
Slowly.
Awesome. That's great. We appreciate your
As
work
long as
on
you
it.
get it right, you know?
We know it takes a lot of time and we appreciate you doing that. Everybody who's on that committee. It's thankless jobs. It's going to be great. Anybody have anything else? If not, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll move to adjourn.
Second.
Second.